welcome to Quanta Learn. If you're wondering what I'm reading out, I'm reading out The Theory of Everything by Stephen Hawking himself. So it's a book and it's about science. And why am I reading out science? Because I love science, just like you people who are watching me right now. Why are you here? Let me see. Probably because you want to learn more about your favorite subject, or you're just want to improve and you want to get some interest into this subject. Whatever it is, I'm gonna be here and we're gonna be discussing about lots of stuff like biology, chemistry, physics, everything included. Let me tell you though, we would probably be discussing a little bit more about physics than others because physics needs a lot more attention. But still, biology and chemistry will be involved because who doesn't love biology and chemistry? It's so interesting. So what you're going to be learning in this channel is like how the universe works, what this space-time woven thing is. Almost everyone's talking about that, and we want to know, but we don't have the energy to look it up now, do you? You can just watch me. We can both discuss about what are the pros and cons and what are the questions that pop up. Not only this, we can learn about how the chemistry works, what are the laws and the thermodynamics and the connection between biology, chemistry, and physics. That's like so cool. Even in biology, you get to learn how our own bodies, how the other animals' bodies work, which is, I would say, pretty interesting. Though it might be a bit disgusting for some people, but I would say it's not. Knowing who you are and what you do is really important. And why are these three woven together, let me say? Because here in biology, we're knowing what we are, how we work. In physics, we're learning who we are and what our place in the universe is. In chemistry, well, we are learning about how everything around us works and how everything interacts and reacts. So it plays a role, and all of these are connected. So all of us come together. Come with me, we're going to join together and discuss about such cool topics that we're going to learn. So let's dive into what we're going to be learning in our channels. I'm going to list out a couple of things that we're going to go through. So why? Why do we need to learn science, and what's the importance of it? What's the need to even learn that and discuss? Why does science exist? Well, here's the answer to that question. So science is just the study of everything around us. It's the study of ourselves, the universe, the tiny atoms and particles and substances. Science is important because if we don't know who we are, how things work, and stuff, we're just going to be wondering, and everything has evolved. Right now, you and me, we're sitting right here on our sofas, on our benches, wherever we are, and we're watching this video on a object that is literally taking videos of the present itself, the present time. It has memories of the past time. We never thought that could exist. Someone could record something that is happening, but now no one even dares to question it. And humanity is evolving only because of questions. Questions. Why? How? When? All these are quite important. Every single subject we're learning is all because we humans happen to question everything. And that's how we ourselves are evolving. And this asking questions and finding the answer to that is also a crucial process, and that is science. Science is just everything. That's why everyone says science is everything. Science is everything because it is. It is it is all about everything around us and asking more and more questions to find out about this thing. Now, let's say you talk about light. Now, people would say light speed is this much. So why is it that much, and why isn't it more or less? Have you ever asked that question? Maybe some of you have, but I've heard that most of them haven't. Now, if you ask this question, you would find out that there's a certain reason why it's exactly that speed. It's because space-time itself stretches and contracts to adjust to the speed of light. And that's important. Now, we know the space-time exists, but what is the space-time? Is it like you'd have time and space and actually mashed together into a clay mud or something? There's quite a lot of science behind that too. And we also think, like, what about fishes? Do they have different eye color? Do many fishes have different eye color? Now, if we're good with fishes, you know that yes, they do have different eye color. But if you actually think about it, it'll pop in your mind wondering how. Do they have? And then you look it up and you find out this is how it is. So this shows how humanity is working out things just by asking questions. And asking questions and finding out about everything around us is science. That's why science is important. Only if we ask questions and find out would we be able to evolve. Now, if we don't ask questions and just sit around watching everything go by, you won't learn anything new every day. I mean, if you're asked to clean up some mess or you're asked to do a chore, you would question why. Maybe you had a long day or something, and you weren't the one who messed up the room. You'd ask why, and there'd be a reason behind that, and you'll get to know that reason. I mean, who doesn't? But most of the people would want to ask questions about daily life things, the intricate things that we see every day. And that's the most important thing, because the more you know, the more you're gonna grow. That's important. The more you know, the more you grow. That's how the universe works. And you see, the universe itself is growing because there are more and more galaxies forming, and it's stretching wider and wider and wider. That's how we should take our knowledge too. We just gotta keep growing, and you gotta keep adding more to that stuff. So that's why science is important. That's why we're here together to discuss about this very topic, science. So, now just a moment ago we discussed why science is important. And now we know why science is important and how it's going to help us. But do we know what we're actually going to get? It's going to help us evolve, we know that. But we're also going to get lots of other stuff. First things first, we're going to get lots of knowledge. And that's also going to help you in your daily lives. Because the more you know, the more you'll be able to innovate. So I say grow. That grow means innovate. Now, if you know how, let's say, book is made, you would be able to find what paper is made of. Then you'd be curious to know how sticky notes are made. What sticky notes are made of? They're also made of paper and stuff. Like, is there any other substance that can be used as alternative for paper? And you keep researching. As you're researching, you'll be getting more knowledge. By applying that knowledge, you'd be making lots of other stuff. That's the point of school and college. Universities? Why do we go for universities and colleges and schools and blah blah blah? We go there so that we can study for some part of our life and use that knowledge that we learned there for the rest of our life and for earning a job. Now, we all have a role to play in our life. That's the job, and as we're living through in this life system. And in that place, you'd also have a place where you have to make things. Albert Einstein himself, he left a trail for all of the scientists to follow, and it's completely extraordinary. He changed the complete way of us thinking about science, and he had that role to play, so he did. And this is how science also helps us in our daily lives. Another way science helps us is by, I told you, roles, jobs. It helps us get jobs. Because without science, you can hardly know anything. Science is, as I told you, the study of everything around us. So if you don't know anything about everything around us, you don't know the time of day, then what are you going to get? So that's why science is also important in this way, and that's how it also helps us. Science can also be said as knowledge, right? So the third way it helps is by saving our lives. I told you, learning science, it gives us knowledge. It gives us the knowledge to innovate. It also gives us the knowledge to stay precautious and know about every single thing, and that way you would be more aware of the things around you, and that's also another way science helps us. So there's a lot more factors, a lot more ways science helps us, but most of the kids in this era don't really notice that. They just see it as a subject, which I do not want that to happen. That's why I am recording this video, and I am starting this channel so we can all discuss and we can be there. So I hope you like this video. I'm going to be posting lots of videos from now on about everything, and any questions you want to know, you just ask in the comment sections, and I would make sure that you know that. And we're going to be learning lots of stuff together. So hope you come back for some more.